Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of MindLab's Treasure Talk blog. I'm your host, براندون. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about human behavior and how we can use simple clues that we leave behind to find high traffic areas to improve your coin and relic finding. How you can use things like Google Earth or drone footage to help find these high traffic areas that are more probable of holding coins and relics.
Metal detecting large, vast, empty spaces can seem overwhelming, but one of the things that you can try to do to narrow your search down is look for high traffic areas. Once you've found a foundation or maybe like an old homestead site, look for places where they would have went to get their water, to go to the bathroom, reliable, renewable food sources. Anything that they would have traveled to and from frequently, that's what I identify as a high traffic area. If I'm not getting coins or relics out of these high traffic areas within, half an hour or 45 minutes, I'm on to the next site. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time there, because if I haven't found anything in these high traffic areas, chances are that the site in general probably doesn't have a whole lot to offer.
When we look at how lazy we are, and I'm speaking about myself in general, we're going to want to get to these things that we absolutely need to survive the easiest way possible.
If you're just swinging willy-nilly, that's a lot of land to cover, and the chances of you getting over something good with your metal detector is very, very slim, and you're just going to be walking around wasting your time. So look for those areas, look at the lay of the land. Which way was the front door facing? If you've only got a foundation, think about the area that you're in. Which way does the wind constantly blow out of? Typically, the door wouldn't have faced north in my area because the snow would have piled up in front of it. So we can rule the north side out usually. And typically it wouldn't have faced west either because the wind almost always blows from the west here. So that leaves you two sides, and looking at the lay of the land and the topography can dictate a lot as far as where that front door would have been placed. The second thing I look for is where was the privy, where was the outhouse? When I'm trying to locate where the privy was, I look for depressions in the ground, places where vegetation doesn't grow anymore because they used a lye to break down some of that organic material, and the lye leached into the ground and doesn't allow for vegetation to grow. Which way does the wind blow? Well, like I said, here it blows out of the west, so I know that typically they're not going to have an outhouse, where the wind is just blowing the smell into your home. It's going to be downwind and typically going to be downhill as well, and kind of farther away from the water source because they don't want to contaminate their drinking water. So if you take those three things and start to draw the picture with the topography, you can usually narrow down where that privy was.
Where are these people getting their water from? It's going to be the same source, a reliable source daily, and the footpath that they travel to and from that water source is going to be a high traffic area. Were there other structures nearby? Was there pens or arenas for housing livestock and other animals? Were they frequenting those places to keep their animals alive? Because they didn't have cars back then. These people would have had to go back and forth to feed and take care of these animals. Consistent food sources. Where was a consistent food source? Were they fishing out of rivers? Were they hunting? Were they picking berries? Did they have fruit trees? All of these things need to be taken into consideration, especially if they were a renewable source, something that they would have been going back and forth to on a constant basis. High traffic areas.
There we go. Highlights another danger that we work out with. Yeah, I think what's the tick count for you?
This times like 8.
Times 8?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I'm at 13 or 14.
There's so many ticks. It's ridiculous. Get it? Ridiculous is what I did there.
Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We will see you back here next month when we're talking about hunting beaches and parks, primarily for jewelry. It's going to be awesome. Oh, don't forget to check this out too. My book, The Metal Detecting Bible. See you next month.